Feels good to be me. Every time I breathe, everywhere I go, and I always know that I'm always me. Feels good to be free. Have the world at my feet. Everywhere I go, and I always...
Oh, Grace! Giving our referee Danny Dunn a drink. Danny, what is that drink?
Suja.
Shout out to Suja. You guys, welcome to No Pill Friday with Audrey Stewart. Woo! I'm the only one cheering. I'm like, woo! Okay, you guys know Danny Dunn. He's a referee. Every time we get off topic, because we have severe ADHD, he'll blow the whistle and it'll put us back on topic. But today we have I'm looking at this camera. Today we have a special guest, and it is my partner, Veronica.
Did you say that because you didn't want to say my last name?
Okay, Veronica's last name is spelled Kwiatkowski, and she's my partner of over a year. I could say Kwiatkowski.
Veronica, can you pronounce it?
Kwiatkowski.
I was so
Kwiatkowski.
That is embarrassing. I love her very much. The worst is when Veronica's also a stand-up comedian, along with Danny and I. And Veronica literally it was my show, and I had someone bring, it was like tag teaming or whatever. They were like, oh, I'm going to bring up Veronica. What's her, it was Chad Kroger. He was like, what's her last name? I was like, I don't know how to say it. And he was like, you don't know how to say your girlfriend's last name? I was like, no. He was like, oh my God. He got up there and was like, Veronica K all day.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Welcome, Veronica.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Veronica also has ADHD.
Well, we don't know.
She's like a calm.
But I can't focus on things. Oh my God, my voice sounds like shit.
We were in Texas.
Yeah. And then I don't know if it's just because I keep getting all these TikToks that are like, here's how you can find out if you actually got, if you have ADHD and you're 28 and you don't realize. And I watch them and I'm like, oh my God, it's me. And I've I'm having some sensory processing issues.
Yeah, that's weird.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I need to get tested or if I'm just
There's all different kinds of ADHD.
Yeah.
Personally, my ADHD is I spaz out and everyone knows, and I spill things, I drop things. And what if I went on for 15 minutes and I was and I slobbered and I... Well, Veronica's a more calm type, which is important to see the different kinds of ADD and ADHD. Correct, Danny?
That's very true.
Danny's a calmer ADHD.
Well, have you
never
heard
know what's going through that?
I'm just the rep.
No, come on in. You get to say whatever you want.
My ADHD is I can't focus ever. And then when people talk to me, I think about other things.
Me too.
Yeah.
And then I have to ask them to repeat themselves, and then I get frustrated, and I'm late a lot, which was today. And then I get frustrated because I'm not getting anything done because of all those things are happening.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the productive procrastination thing?
No.
Apparently this is a big thing for ADHD where it's you cannot complete the task at hand. So instead, and I do this all the time, you'll do something that in your mind is productive. So a good example is cleaning. So it's okay, let's say you have a huge deadline and you need to write a paper or something. But instead you're I'm going to clean the house and it's going to be spotless. And you're I'm doing something productive. And I'm I do that shit all the time. I'll be huge thing I need to do. And I'm clean the kitchen, that I've never, the corner that I've never scrubbed. So it's I feel that's a big thing.
Right.
And now I'm
no, it is.
Yeah, it's I never want to be doing the thing I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
Exactly.
I cannot do it.
No. You start one task, do the next task.
Yeah.
Nothing ever gets finished.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. Hey! Everybody's that's our podcast for today. You guys.
Right. Well, also my dad and brother have it, so I'm odds are
it's genetic.
You for sure have it,
right?
I follow this ADHD meme account.
Send it to me.
Wait, we're gonna start an ADHD meme
great.
account.
I know. I need something.
I thought I felt really lonely until I found it, and I'm everyone's like this.
Okay.
Everyone on this meme account is.
Wait, what is it?
It's called ADHD memes.
Okay.
Shout out ADHD memes.
Oh yeah,
Shout
ADHD
out
memes.
No Pill Friday podcast is also gonna do memes if I take my pill and get it done.
Their memes are pretty. Their memes are pretty good. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Well, we want to get to know Veronica. We also Danny, loved getting to know you more always as well. So
what are you writing down?
Just don't worry about it.
He takes notes.
You
So
guys
Danny
talk.
takes notes while we talk because we'll forget train of thoughts. Veronica's not gonna be as bad as Sydney in here because me, Sydney, and Danny would go on tangents and then forget what we were talking about, but then Danny took notes of it.
Okay.
So we were able to get back on track.
Yeah, you guys talk. We all know that with people with ADHD, I will insert myself where I feel I need to.
Wait, is interrupting an ADHD thing too? Because then sign me up.
Yeah, big time.
Okay. I
was
interrupt.
about to cut her off.
No, I interrupt all
Well,
the
it's
time.
like people talk about such boring things.
That, and also I'm like, if I don't say what I need to say right now, it's gonna be gone from my mind.
Right.
So I'm like, I need to say it.
Well,
even
that's
if
why
it's
I'm writing
not.
all these things down.
That's so smart.
We also have a
Yeah.
new segment called ADHD of the week, and I just made it up right now on the spot. And it's it's gonna be if you're watching the podcast and you had something you did that was very ADHD or ADD of the week, email it to us at.
Do you have an example of what you did this week?
Can I give my email? Wait, what?
No, don't do that.
Did you have yeah, don't give your email. Did you have an example of what you did this week?
Yeah.
Will you tell us?
Okay. I had someone. I never like hire someone to clean, but I recently had a fly infestation, and I had to have someone come in and clean because there was like fly eggs everywhere. So they came in and cleaned, and then she like moved a bunch of my like clothes I had and like folded it up and like put it on the couch. And the one thing I needed to do was just put the clothes away.
Okay.
And somehow now
Super
they're all
straightforward,
crinkled
right?
back up all over the floor, and I like
They're unfolded now?
now they're unfolded somehow.
How did they get that way?
I'm not quite sure. So, what
Checks
about
out.
you? What is your ADHD thing of the week?
I have a show on Friday that I need to write for, and I was gonna write last night, and instead I stayed up till 3 a.m. playing the piano.
And listen, do you feel creatively fulfilled?
Did you just pick up the piano? You were like, oh,
Yeah, I just bought a piano.
You bought it last night at 3 a.m. You're like, it's
No,
time
I
to
got
play
it the other.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought it at 3 a.m. I had
Okay.
some guy on Facebook Marketplace
Right.
dropped it off.
And you just, I love that. You just decided, you know what? I'm gonna be a pianist.
Yeah, I was reading a book and playing the piano at the same time.
How?
Not very well. Neither of those were going well at
Okay.
all.
That is.
But I
so
couldn't focus
funny.
on anything,
wait,
so I just did both
also,
those things at once.
Speaking of that, I think Tommy Wakefield is supposed to pop in as like a surprise knock guest.
Well,
We'll see.
The surprise has been.
yeah, no.
What?
You really let the air out of that surprise.
Yeah, but I need to make sure he's still.
Audrey, why don't
coming.
we get to know Veronica?
Yeah, we're gonna get to know Veronica right now.
I'm also
as
talking
I text
completely
Tommy
in profile,
Wakefield.
which is my worst angle.
Are you coming? Okay.
Okay.
Veronica, what's your ADHD thing of the week?
Well, this was one thing that happened to me in Texas was like, because like I think sensory processing is like a symptom of ADHD, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we went to this thing. It was called like Barton Springs in Austin, and it's like a natural. I don't fucking know. Joe Rogan, help me out. It's like it's like a pool, but it's like in nature. It's like a river that they cut off, and they made it like a communal pool. But so like there isn't like a concrete floor. It's like moss, and so you have to like walk over this moss to get into the water. And I was literally like unable to do it. Like every time my feet like touched the moss, I felt like whole body just like I want to just die and like not be here. And I was just like couldn't handle it, and everyone was making fun of me. And then William was like, "I think you have ADHD," and I was like, "Don't touch me." And
Is that an ADHD symptom?
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
if
It's
it's
a symptom of
ADHD
something.
or
I'm just
Or you
fucked
just
up.
don't like gross stuff?
I don't want to say anything.
No, it was just like the feeling of it was like, but like there, even the other day she had wet hair, and then like her
Oh, that was so
the
funny.
water was like dripping onto me, and it made me want
She was
to
being
like, crawl
so
out of my
weird.
skin.
She was like,
I can't tell if these are ADHD things but I also relate to
Yeah.
both those things.
These
sounding
sound like
gross, so
something
maybe they aren't.
else.
But
What
her
do you-
hair was clean. It was
I'm not
clean water,
saying
but I was
it.
like, don't touch me. Like, get it off. Like, no, I don't know.
Maybe I'm being closed-minded for my community.
Maybe we're
What do
just
you guys
weird.
think in the comments?
Maybe we're just
What do you
weird
think in the
people.
comments Veronica actually has? And I don't know if that's gonna
I think
be
that's
okay.
a thing.
Just being weird? Maybe.
Just being weird.
Yeah.
No, but I don't like being touched or like
Yeah.
touching gross things. Like I'll eat everything with a fork. I don't like getting stuff
Oh
in
yeah.
my hands.
Do you like your food touching?
But that might be my OCD.
How do you feel if your food touches?
Should we have
on
an
a
OCD
plate?
spin-off podcast
Yeah, that'd be great.
called Don't Touch Me?
Don't touch
That's
me.
so funny. Don't touch me.
Write that
Welcome
down.
to the first episode of Don't,
Don't
Touch,
touch
Me.
me. It's just you freaking out the
It's
entire
us
time.
wearing just big mittens.
I'm on board.
Okay, Veronica, we want to get to know you.
Okay.
Obviously I said you're my partner, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
What if you're like, I don't know anything about you? You'd love to know. What do you want to know about me? I don't know.
Veronica dates women.
Yeah.
We know,
That's so
we
weird.
know that.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
much in
How did that
common.
happen?
You know, how does anything happen?
This is a good, I feel like a lot of people, maybe this is just being too broad. I feel like a lot of people with ADHD are in the LGBTQ community. Am I wrong
Maybe.
by that?
I don't know.
I have no
don't
science
know.
to back that up, but like the gay bars are lit. Everyone is wild there. And I'm
It's 'cause they're
assuming it's
on
because everybody has
drugs.
ADHD.
And that.
The dog agrees.
And because everyone's.
If you can't hear the dog, there's a dog barking. They probably can't hear it. And they're going to be like,
You can probably
she's
hear
got issues. I'm like, the dog.
What if I started gaslighting you? Were like, there's no dog.
Don't
here."
gaslight me. That's your favorite word is gaslight.
Audrey, there hasn't been a dog here in 40
Okay,
years.
Audrey,
don't
dogs don't
mess with me.
exist. That's weird.
I always think I hear or see. So no, I don't. I'm not. I'm
All right,
fine.
we were at Veronica Dates Women.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see, this is why Danny takes notes.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
got you, dog. Tell us about you dating women if you'd like to.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
If you like to, you're like, if you like to.
I don't
if
know.
you would like to talk about that.
She like breaks down. We don't know how to handle it. I'm like, never mind.
No, all right. I don't know. I mean, I'm bi, just dating everybody.
Yeah, how'd you know you're bi?
I guess I didn't like realize for a while because I thought it was like normal. I just thought like I would like, okay, like in college I would like make out with girls all the time and I'd be like, this is so fun and silly, like and I thought everyone did that, or like, you know, I would like have like girl crushes and be like, yeah, I mean, she's just like really hot, like whatever, duh, like everyone can see that she's hot. And so I didn't realize that that's not like normal for like straight women, like that's not something that they do. And then I remember like being out here for a little bit, and then I finally kind of like went on a date with a woman and I was like, whoa, interesting. Okay. It's like, this is, and then like I would talk to like my straight friends and I'd be like, yeah, you know, when like you just see a hot girl and you like want to kiss her, and they'd be like, no. I was like, really? They're like,
Never
no,
had
I
that.
do not want to do that. And I was like, you don't? They were like, no. And I was like, interesting. I was talking to one friend, she was like, not in a rude way, but she was like, I'm gonna be honest, like the thought of that actually like grosses me out, like I would never want to do that. And I was like, that's weird. She was like, you're bi. And I was like, god damn it. So then it all just
And
kind
it
of
never
made
has
sense.
grossed you out ever. In your
No,
life.
I was like into it, but then she was like, no, like as a straight woman, she's like, I just don't have that desire. And I was like, okay, sucks for you, first of all, but also
Sucks for you.
time to think. And I think what was more confusing, it was like, well, I was like, but I am also into men, so like this doesn't make sense. Oh, puppy.
There is a dog.
There's a dog.
And
Look
we
at his
love
little
it.
tail.
Wait, let's
Little
get the
butt.
dog in
Oh, his little
here.
butt's so cute.
I missed the dog.
I'm allergic to dog
There's no dog.
saliva.
Oh.
I really am.
But anyways, yeah, I think also like I think when you're bi,
Speaking of saliva.
yeah, I'm like what? But I think when you're like attracted to both, it's even more confusing because I was like, well, I still like men. I've liked men in the past. So I was like, am I crazy?
Wait, come on in.
Bring the dogs.
Come
Don't worry-
in.
Don't worry, I got our plate.
Wait, so we love this podcast at Jam in the Van. This is, by the way, we're at Jam in the Van. This is our recording, their new location, and it's our favorite. Come here and introduce yourself.
What's up?
What's
How
up?
we doing?
The best people work at Jam in the Van. My guy. What's going on? What's happening? You want to introduce yourself real quick?
Say everybody, I'm Spudnik from Jam in the Van.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Spudnik.
Hi, Spudnik.
Come on
Spudnik,
now,
what do you
what's
do
going
at
on?
Jam in the Van?
I do some of everything for Jam in the Van. I watch the door, I protect the green room.
Yep, he's our bodyguard.
Yeah, I drive, I do it all.
Although I would, tuck it right here.
I do it all. My bag, except speaking the mic.
Except for speaking. Spudnik, do you have ADHD or ADD, you think?
Yes, as a matter of fact,
Yes,
I
tell us.
do. I do. And I think my mom, because when I was growing up, they see me as a problem child. But my mom, she put me in a private school and she wouldn't let them give me any kind of medication. I had to learn to control it.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Are you glad that you had to control it versus take pills?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I had a great life. I thank my mom. There's nothing like a
Aw.
great mom, I tell you something.
Still love that.
And
That's so nice.
and she made my dad put me in a private school, and I thrived. I've been to 59 countries around the world.
Wait, what? Why? Is military?
The military.
Military.
I graduated from college. I did it all, and yeah, I just learned to control my nature.
I love it. Sometimes it comes out though, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it'll come out. Oh yeah.
Especially Jam in the Van with concerts and
come on.
music.
Oh,
come
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess because I'm from Venice, my whole life I had to learn to protect my family, my brothers, my hood. So it was a natural thing in being a Scorpio, but I loved it.
Being a
Oh yeah.
Scorpio.
Yeah.
I love it. I feel like we're gonna have to have you definitely as guests too.
Oh
On
yeah.
this podcast.
Spudnik, you're the coolest, man.
Spudnik,
Oh,
you
come
are the
on, man.
coolest.
It's America. You can be anything. You can be
can.
the bad guy or you can be the good guy.
That's true.
Yeah, so be the good guy.
And this is a good guy. We're all the
Yeah.
good guys.
Yeah, we're all guys. That's why I love them.
Yeah, unless you piss me off in traffic.
Oh, don't do that.
Then I'll be a bad guy.
do that.
But don't do that, especially if
Don't do
I'm the
that.
passenger. Her and I.
Yeah. I sit in a car. I sit in a convertible with the top
Oh,
down.
my
Oh,
God.
that would be
I would have
iconic.
to change my name. This could be Thelma, and I'll be Louise. I don't care.
Sputnik, do you think do you still find yourself having to learn how to manage your ADHD?
Yeah.
Even as an
Absolutely.
adult?
It's a lifelong, everything is a lifelong endeavor. Everything. You just can't be good One day you just can't practice something. One day, greatness is in consistency. You have to be consistent about what you do. So yes, every day I wake up, it's a struggle, especially with damn fools. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's a struggle. But my father.
You don't seem
Wait,
like you
dude,
suffer fools very
I'm gonna
easily.
make sure you have
No.
this mic too, because we want to hear you.
No,
You
I
hear?
don't. But then I thank my father and my mother. My father said that people are like a light switch.
Okay.
And you can turn them on or you can turn them off. So find the light switch.
Ooh.
So I had to, because I like to fight.
Sure.
So I had to take my nature and find the light switch. And so that's what I do. I use my words, your words are, and so I just try to speak to you in the language that you speak and find where I can just turn you on.
So you find yourself adjusting to other people's energy and other people's interaction?
I wouldn't say adjusting. I would say I would flow until they get the flow and they start flowing my way. That's why I think that comedians are very powerful people.
I agree.
I've learned that in combat, in fights, because I've never seen somebody laugh and fight simultaneously.
That's like such a deep thing to say, because like comedians are, you know, they're fighting so many things that are in their minds. That's why they have to share it on stage.
But then when they laugh, especially her, I love the political commentary because she makes you laugh. Ha! And then she shoots it. Wham! And since you are down, the truth just goes in because you're laughing. Ah, you can't laugh. No. So you go down and they laugh and she shoots the truth. Boom! And at that moment, they think they are disarmed. And when they drive home and they think about that joke, then they're disarmed and they think about what she actually said. Yeah. And that starts the butterfly effect.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's so cool.
So that's what we all should do.
Yeah.
I learned that from just being at the shows and I listen. And the things they say are powerful things that if they said it in a speech, a powerful speech, they're like, oh, but they laugh. Ah.
Yeah.
And then I'm there when the people leave and I get to see their face.
Oh, and hear what they have to say.
Yes. Yeah. And the truth is a powerful thing. Powerful thing. If you've never been in a courtroom and seen somebody that does a crime and they reveal, yeah, it was you. And they be like,
yeah.
That's true drama. There's nothing like to smack somebody with the truth. Oh, yeah. And I like the way that they do that. The comedians can smack you so well you laugh, but the effect is there.
Yeah.
You're smacked.
You're smacked.
You're smacked.
I love that.
Sputnik, you're the man.
Oh.
We're so glad to have you.
Oh,
Thank you
no.
for popping in too.
So
that was awesome, man.
Honestly, anytime we're recording, please pop in because you're the man.
This is cool.
Yeah, isn't
Sputnik,
this cool?
would you be open to coming on the podcast as a guest
As
yourself?
a guest, as yourself?
No problem. Yeah.
We would love that.
That'd
I
be
do
so
myself
fun.
very well.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, we should just have you next week since we've just had
That'd
you
be
right
great.
here.
You let me know, and I'm there. Anything for you, I'll follow her. Yeah, sure I would.
Sputnik, you're the best, man.
You're truly the best.
Oh.
Next week, you guys, Sputnik's the guest.
Hey, everybody, it's
Give it up.
good to see you.
I can't wait to hear about your life because I feel like it's stories on stories.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Oh, we're pumped.
Uh-huh.
Sputnik, we love you. Guys, give it up for Sputnik.
Hey, you guys, thank you so very much. And just give it up for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Peace.
We'll see you next week on the pod.
Definitely.
Okay, I can't
Boom.
wait. Boom.
Thank you, Sputnik.
Oh, man,
All right,
thank you.
The man. The man.
I like
He's
that.
the
Greatness
best.
is in consistency.
Grace. And I love what he said, too, about stand-up is such a... What is it, this? Top. Oh. Just, like, eat the mic. I love what he said, too, that stand-up is, like... What did he say? Stand-up is, like,
Notes?
a great...
Let me ask
It's
you.
it's a...
What?
He said...
He said it's like fighting.
Yes.
Because
What'd he
people
say?
lower their defenses.
Oh, the light switch. There was one that he said that it's like a double-edged sword or something. He was like fighting in laughter.
He said he's never seen people fight and laugh.
Fight and laugh at the same time.
But he said he doesn't adjust to other people. He kind of feels them out, and then he makes them go with his energy. Can I ask you, too, what you think of that? Do you find yourself adjusting to the energy in the room? or
question, Ref.
kind of creating the energy in the room with your own personality?
Veronica, you want to answer? Kip Kotsky?
I don't really adjust, but if the energy is like not where I'm at, I'm very comfortable kind of like being alone or like going off to the sidelines. Like I'm never gonna.
You're never gonna try and change it?
No.
Kind of do your own thing?
So I find like I usually like in a party, like I find the other people that are like more chillin' and kind of down to be on the sides, and then like we'll have a nice intimate conversation, and I like that. That's like the kind of energy I usually gravitate towards, unless I'm, you know, fucked up. But no. But yeah, I feel like it usually is like my energy's pretty stable, and I don't really change it a lot.
Veronica
Which has gotten me into trouble.
Litikovsky.
Yeah, Litikovsky.
Veronica
Litikovsky.
what is that song? King Cookie.
What?
And that's our segment. Audrey tries to sing a song.
The King Cookie song?
Yeah,
King
King Cookie.
What are you talking about?
Where was you when I was walking?
Oh, King Kunta?
King Kunta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's
not my
King Cookie.
King Cookie.
You know, the Kendrick Lamar song, King Cookie.
You know.
We're going to lose.
It's
Jim and
his
Amanda
best
lose so
one.
many subscribers.
Do you want to tell the story of you getting in trouble?
For what?
You said you got in trouble?
No, I wouldn't say it gets me in trouble, but just sometimes I feel like because I don't like meet other people, I get like sort of
Do people
like,
think
oh,
you're
her?
do people think you're mad at them?
Yeah, people think I always think I'm mad at them. And like, first of all, it's just my face. I have resting bitch face. We need to have visibility and awareness of this condition.
This is a PSA.
Okay, this is on video, right?
Yes.
If you need to take notes
Will you do
about
your
what you're
most
saying,
resting
Dan, you
face?
could also
This is my
take
face.
notes on the board.
That would be crazy.
That'd be
I do
crazy.
like this board a lot. I was thinking about that the whole time you guys were talking. I like the signage a lot better.
I like it too.
I think it
Yeah,
looks
it's pretty
great.
good. Run, girl.
Run, girl. Pretend.
Run,
monkey.
girl.
Pretend monkey.
What girl?
What?
Run, girl.
That was a callback from episode 1.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Deep cut.
I was kinda
Do you want to
drunk.
answer
I was
that?
kind of drunk episode 1.
Do you want to answer that question about adjusting to the energy?
Oh,
of
I
the room?
adjust to all the energies. To the
Do you
room.
adjust
I come
yourself?
in super powerful sometimes on accident. Like it goes, but sometimes people can't. Especially that comes in stand up too. Like reading the room. I feel like that's had to come in in my life, especially because I'm such a strong energy that if I come in too hot, which I accidentally do, and that's not the vibe where people like can't match that, then I have to adjust. I don't dim my light, but I make myself more accessible to other people, if
Sure.
that makes sense.
'Cause that's kind of like what Sputnik was saying.
Yeah,
And I
that's
think
what
I think I
feel.
agree with that
Mm-hmm.
for myself. Like I'll kind of come in, feel out the room, try and connect with people,
Yeah.
and then maybe take things a way that maybe I want to go if I think it's fun for everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah, and I also think that's awesome that you keep your energy, and
Well, because I don't have any energy, no. But I know, but like, yeah, I don't know. I get really drained, and like I'm very introverted, so I get very drained in social settings. So it's like for me, it's more of like a preservation thing. And then everyone thinks I'm a bitch. But
People think you're mad.
yeah, they're always like, "Are you mad at me?" Or like, I can't tell you how many times like I'd be having the best night of my life, and someone will come up, they'll be like, "Are you okay? Like you look like you're having a terrible time." I'm like, "I'm actually having so much fun," but
Does that make you feel powerful?
no, I actually kind of hate it.
Really?
Yeah,
does that make you feel powerful?
Some people I think do that on purpose so that
I
they
didn't
they can
notice.
have,
I
like,
never
power
noticed that
over
from
people.
you. But I think it's because I just probably thought you were hot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
sorry.
I was like, sorry, Dad. That's like how I found out I was dating you.
You said sorry, Dad.
He's not
Sorry,
watching
Daddy.
This. I don't know. He's the best.
Sorry,
dad. Is he
Daddy.
watching? He's a great dad.
That's a great segue back to where we were at.
What's the sorry, Daddy segment?
Sorry, Daddy.
Sorry, Daddy. Or we just keep saying sorry to our daddies randomly.
Sorry, my dad wouldn't even like me calling him Daddy.
Sorry,
My dad would be like,
Daddy.
"Are you okay?"
He'd be
I'd
like, please stop
"Daddy."
doing
Yeah.
that, Daniel.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Daniel.
Daddy.
Dad.
All right, that's a great segue to where we were at. Audrey, if you want to jump back in with, Veronica thought it was normal to like both guys and girls.
Oh yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
she was
Well, I think
confused
it's
when she
important
found out
because
it
I think
wasn't.
with this, I like that we're having this podcast discussion. One of the reasons I brought you on is because you're my partner, and it tells more about me and obviously you as our guest. But also, I think it's the LGBTQ thing right now is really, thriving and is not a thing, but like that environment is thriving and is powerful right now. And I feel like more and more people I know are coming out. More and more people know people are coming out. And then, someone from my hometown came out, and I think just people don't understand the bisexual thing, and it is truly a thing. And I think it's interesting to have someone who's bisexual come in and talk about it.
Yeah, even my parents, I feel like when I told them, like they were like honestly even it was like less about like, oh, you're dating women. They didn't understand being bi. They were like, so you're gay? I was like, no.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think it is confusing for people, but I also just am like, I hate to always use like food metaphors, but I feel like that's the easiest thing. But it's like, I like red wine and I like white wine. Like, you can like both. Like,
That's cute.
it's fine.
Make that a t-shirt.
I mean, I think that was
What
from like
would-
Schitt's Creek. Like,
What would,
yeah, I don't.
what
like,
would rose be in this metaphor?
I don't know. Gender's a
Pan.
spectrum. Yeah.
Maybe cut that.
I know. I'm like, I probably am more pan, but whatever.
Yeah, pan.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, who cares?
I just am like, I don't even know if I like labels. I just like people.
Labels
and
aren't necessary. If you want a label, you can have a label. If
Yeah.
you don't want a label, you don't have a label.
I want a sexuality label for like when you're just shallow and you are attracted to hot people of any gender. That's what I have. It's
Okay.
like, oh, you're hot? Let's talk. You
Appreciate
know what I mean?
that,
Like, let's
yeah.
go. Yeah.
No, that's good.
But yeah, I think bi is confusing. And it is confusing. Like, I know I have like gone back and forth. Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, but yeah.
And how did your parents? Yeah, your parents reacted to it that way, and they eventually.
They were just like mostly confused. And I think because I was like older when I told them, they were like, why are you telling us now? And I was like, I just am an idiot. And I didn't realize for a while. But I've been like figuring it out. And then they were like, okay. I think they just mostly like their parents and they don't really get it. But they're like
Right.
excited and like on board with it. It was just like funny at
I
first.
feel like they're supportive.
Yeah, well, it's just like funny because also I had told them, I came out to them the day after I got my lips injected. So I was like,
Well, there you have
really
it.
bruised. I was like literally covered in bruises. I look like shit. And I didn't like want them to know that I just like spent money on lip injections. Like that's not like a point of pride. I mean, whatever. I have no shame in getting it, but it's not like I'm not going to advertise to my parents like I just got Jupiter in my lips. So I'm like telling my parents and then my dad just goes, what's wrong with your mouth? And I was like, he was like, wait, what? And he was like so confused. I was like, I also got lip fillers this morning. He was like, what is going on? I was like,
You're
I
like,
know.
I like to kiss women. I
It's
also
been
like
a
to
week.
bump.
It has been a week. But yeah, no, it was mostly. And then my mom was like, are you going to cut your hair? I was like, you guys both
That is
just
so funny.
don't understand. But they've come a long way and now they get it.
And now they get it.
Yeah.
It just takes parents some time. I mean, I was lucky. My stepsister came out
Yeah.
first in church, in a speech. And everyone was sobbing. It was wild. It was a Christian church, so it wasn't a Catholic church, and it was a very progressive Christian church in downtown Indianapolis. And she got up there and did a sermon, and like we had a women pastor and everything. She did a sermon talking about how she couldn't suppress it anymore, and she had to come clean, and how she like loved God still and stuff like that. And then she told her my stepmom. My stepmom went out and bought a bunch of books for her to read on how to accept herself, and like dropped it on the bed. And like I look at my dad and he's crying. I look at like the congregation and they're crying. And then at that time I was still so suppressed. I was like, I'm gonna get that dick tonight. Even though, so like I had no idea. It wasn't really like, it was just beautiful for me to watch. But that made it easier for me when I did realize that part of myself, because I had seen how they reacted so beautifully.
That's interesting.
too.
Also, because like with my family, like a big thing they kept saying, they were like, oh, but there's no one else in the family that's like not straight. And I was like, that you know of.
Yeah, that you know of.
But yeah, so I think like it also, it's like, I think families just like they see their kids and their family in such a certain way. And then when you break from that, they're like, what? And you're like, yeah, still the same person. Like it's fine.
Right. And even that, what was that gay movie where oh my God, he jizzed in the peach and ate it?
Oh, Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah, Call Me by Your Name. Beautiful movie. That's not me diminishing it. It is beautiful. I just will have to defend myself there. But even then, the dad was like, Mom, I had a face. And you're like, what? You know what I mean? Like, and he's
Yeah.
married happily to a woman. It's like,
Remember when we were with like our friend, I don't want to say his name, but then he was like, yeah, I came out as bi, and then apparently his dad was like, well, me too.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
like, "Wait,
yeah,
what?"
yeah. That's so funny.
Did it happen to
Yeah.
a friend of yours?
Yeah. And he like came out to his dad and he was like, yeah, I'm bi. And then I guess his dad was like, yeah, I had a boyfriend, like same. And he was like, what?
Oh, yeah. Lots of
That's
like
awesome.
Yeah, I know,
healthy,
nothing.
like, I guess straight, like marriage. I'm sure they've explored and just didn't say much about it. I know a lot of my gay guy friends, like, I would never say who or what would hook up with straight like athletes or football players or fraternity boys, and then now those fraternity boys or athletes are happily engaged to women or whatever, but they were like, and they didn't tell anyone.
But that's the thing is
So it's
like,
like
I
a
feel
secret side of them that no one will ever know or knows until right now.
We're gonna
No,
name
I'm just kidding.
names.
And we and this is a new segment,
What if I was like-
naming names.
New segment, outing people.
That would be.
First we've got. But no, that's the thing with being bi though, is
First
like
we
no
got-
one taught, you know.
First
we got Pretend
Tim
monkey.
Johnson.
There's gonna be a Tim Johnson,
There's gonna
even
be-
though you made
I
up
know,
that
he's
name.
like,
Who's like, oh no.
He like just like
They
starts
know.
crying and unsubscribes from Jam in the Van.
Oh, Tim, we're sorry.
Sorry,
We're proud
Tim.
of you. And we love you.
Yeah,
Tim Johnson.
Tim Johnson. Okay,
Okay.
what does that even
I
say?
don't know.
Tim Johnson is not a real person.
Tim Johnson is not
This
a
is
real
not a real
person.
segment.
Mm-hmm.
Unless.
I hate how much I was looking at the camera. Unless Danny like takes off his face and still his face, and he's like, "I'm Tim Johnson."
I'm Tim Johnson.
I'm Tim Johnson. Well, yeah. I mean, and what? How much time are we at too? This is spastic, but
Like 30 minutes?
oh,
Yeah.
good rap. Okay, yeah. Just give us the
Give a timer.
5-minute
watch.
thing
Should get a
before
stopwatch like a ref.
whatever.
I have
You
that
guys
on
want to
my
come on
watch.
and introduce
Do you want me to
yourselves?
start it?
Come on in here. Yeah, you want to go in? All right, we've got interns, Jam in the Van interns. What is your name again?
Jake.
Jake.
Yeah, Jake.
Yeah, I just want you to know who's behind the camera, and it's Jake. So shout out to Jake, you guys.
Thanks.
Jake's a stand-up comedian too.
Yeah.
You have ADHD?
No, I don't.
Okay, bye, Jake. That's
Jake.
it. We think it's important you guys know who's behind the camera, so it's fun for us.
Jake, do you have anything you want to tell people
Yeah, do you have anything you want to say?
about yourself?
About myself, I'm a dog sitter. That's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Oh, hell yeah,
About me.
Jake.
Do you do
Yeah.
cats too?
No. I
Do you
don't.
do
I need a
cats
cat
too?
sitter. No, I need a cat sitter.
Hey, Jake, do you do cats too?
Hey, Jake. Do you do cats?
I like cats. I just don't see cats in that way. It's not a.
That's
I
good.
mean, there's
All
one
right.
Not in the
time I-
sitting
What if
time.
he did? What if he was like,
Yeah.
we were like, all right, Jake, that's enough for me.
Fucking love cats.
We're never letting anyone else
You wanna
on
watch
I
my cat?
fucking love cats.
ever
I
again.
wanna watch my cat next week.
I don't like touching cats or animals.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's rad. Well, Jake,
Is that weird?
thank you. We just wanted you to give a little quick
Is that
shout out,
weird?
and honestly, one
Wait,
day
is that
we'll
weird?
probably
I
have
think
you
it's
be
my
a
OCD.
guest as well.
Yeah.
Especially because
Who's to
he's a
say
stand-up
which is
comedian
which?
too.
I just don't like
Who
touching
am I
people.
talking to? Even I'm like,
Yeah.
no one
know.
watches it. It has like one view. I'm
We
like,
can tackle
he's
that on
all-
our spin-off pod.
Yeah, we'll discuss.
Okay, so that is your parents are accepting.
Yeah.
You're feeling great in your own skin. You're dating someone very wildly
Hot.
incredible. What if we just made everyone we were making everyone feel so uncomfortable. Like the whole podcast, we're like just flirting intensely, and you guys are like, okay, we're done.
It'd be great.
How did
It'd
we
be
meet?
great.
Where did that start? Stand up comedy, but like, what was the first like? Where
Well,
you
we
were like,
met that night when we both had a show and then our friends party after. So I remember being like, okay.
Euphoria. We had a Euphoria party.
Yeah, and I remember seeing your name on the lineup and I was
Like
like,
a themed
social
party?
anxiety. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Euphoria
everyone
themed.
was exactly how you would think.
Yeah.
And glitter and definitely euphoric.
That was not my high school experience.
No, I know.
But anyway.
Well, we were not in high school. We were
26. Yeah.
years old. Yeah.
But yeah, I remember being like, I don't want to go to this party alone. I have social anxiety. Oh wait, Audrey's on the lineup. She's going to the party. Let's see. So I feel like I asked you. I was like, oh, are you pre-gaming or something? I don't remember exactly, but you were like, yeah, come get ready at my place. You lived by where the show was. I was like, okay, cool. And I don't think I knew you that well at that time.
No.
But I just remember I went over and we were like getting ready, taking shots, and then we went to the party, which was super fun. And then I can't remember exactly. There was like a few other times we hung out, and then there was one night where I was going out to like the gay bars, and then you came with me.
Yeah.
And then you were still maybe questioning things, and then I don't really.
Well, we went to queer. So we were like, I was like low key about, because my whole shtick in stand up was like, everyone thinks I'm gay, and I'm not gay. I'll take your dick and blah. And everyone's like, what the fuck's going on? That was like my whole shtick. And then I was secretly at that time still like going with you to events like the Abbey. We went to Queer Girl Valentine's Day. I made out with everybody.
It was so funny. So I brought Audrey to this like queer girl Valentine thing, and every time I would be like, "Where's Audrey?" and I would turn around, you're making out with a new person.
I was
and
like,
I'd be
I'm not
"Okay."
gay. And then I
It
just
was
made out with
hilarious.
everyone.
You made out with people every age range, like type, look.
I
You
had
were
lipstick
making
all
out with
over
them.
my face.
It was so funny. I mean, you were just like, it was like literally hilarious. I would just turn around and be like, "Oh, okay."
It was an awakening. That's
Did you
for
like
sure.
Audrey at that time?
I think I was like thinking about it, but then I was like, she's having a moment, and we've all
We'll let
been
this
there,
play
so
out.
I'm not gonna
Let
like
this-
Have a
intrude.
moment.
Let's let all this dust
Yeah.
settle first.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I feel like that was the night, and I was like, this girl is into me. But then you made out with like a bunch of people.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know you had a crush on me. It was a while. I
Mm.
have to burp. I always burp every podcast, but I don't think I'm going to do it.
It's kind of a segment.
I know.
Burp segment,
First segment.
I need to get back on my acid reflux.
please, God.
We should be sponsored by an acid reflux company.
I'll reach out.
Okay. Well, show them
Great
all
ref.
my burps and how my voice sounds.
There's a sizzle reel of just
There's a
your
lot of
burps.
sponsors on these podcasts, though. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Sierra Nevada.
Oh, hell
Is this company a sponsor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they sponsor Jam in the Van.
Oh hell yeah! I
So
drank
And
these.
Sierra Nevada
normally.
now sponsors me
It's pretty good actually.
and Jam in the Van.
You have a personal
Swap.
sponsorship with Sierra Nevada?
Yeah. You
That's-
want to see my fridge? My fridge is stocked.
I saw all your merch,
Yeah.
all your swag.
Yeah, I've been wearing it every night. Everyone's like, "We get it. You're the face of beer." And I'm like, "Ah!" I feel like after the sponsorship, I'm gonna just be like this big. My face is gonna be so fun.
You
I'm
just
gonna be
become
like,
like Homer Simpson.
yeah. My parents are like, the worst thing that's ever happened to her is getting that beer sponsorship. She's totally went off the rocker. Danny, what do you think? As ref, what do you think we should also ask Veronica to get to know her? And
I'm enjoying hearing about your relationship.
okay,
My only question that that I wanted to ask was, have you met Veronica's parents?
no,
You have not met them.
No.
Is that intentional that you haven't met them?
My parents are very COVID conscious.
So is it more COVID based?
I would say it's mostly COVID, and then also like my parents are weird, and I don't want to scare her.
Oh, so you're more afraid of scaring Audrey.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, you would run. No,
I would
my
not
parents are a
run.
little bit.
They were COVID scared, and then we just haven't go. Way to fucking
know.
go, Danny.
I mean, we could go. Now I feel like we can go.
okay.
Like the line goes like dead in the air.
I think me and the viewers are quite interested in this.
Okay, well
No, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
I mean, we could go for like Thanksgiving. I feel like that could work, but I don't know.
Are you guys
we
making
could go
plans right
whenever.
now?
Yeah, we want to go for Thanksgiving.
I mean, I'll be in Austin, Texas.
You'll be in
so
Texas.
thanks. I think I'll meet your parents soon.
I think you
too-
will. Like they're like kind of. I think now that they've like more recently been like leaving the house, and they were like, maybe we'll come up to LA one weekend. I'm like, yes, like you
Yes.
can. It'll be okay. So I feel like
and her parents seem awesome. We just have very different, like, and then my family, you met all my families. My family's super huge, you know, I'm like one of 7, blended family. I have like 43 first cousins because my mom was one of 11, and they're all just like, everyone's very hands-on in each other's lives, and they're all just like, we have to meet her, blah, we just go, blah, 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 blah. They're just very, like, out there and loud, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe your parents are the best, but they're more,
my parents are also foreign, which I think
yeah.
is different.
Tell us, yeah.
But yeah, I think they're just more. I mean, they always like ask about you, and they're always like, "How's Audrey? What's going on?" And I'm like, "Everything's
Yeah.
great." But they like to them, they're just like, "Okay,
Yeah.
it's COVID." I'm like, "All right." And also like, yeah, we can't like fuck with my parents' health. So,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
anyways,
We can cut this if you want.
So I was
to.
curious if it was more COVID related or more like their comfortability with your relationship.
Oh, they're comfortable with the relationship.
Okay.
They're just
That's what I was
they
curious
don't
about.
See people.
Cool.
They probably will watch this podcast.
They don't know how to use the internet.
Okay, so they,
Oh, that'll
they
make-
just tell them where your
They-
dad's
That'll
from
make
and
it
like your
hard.
mom.
Yeah. So my dad is from Argentina. My mom's from England, and they met here, but they're just
That's so
they
cool.
have accents. Yeah.
Very and her mom has like a British accent.
Yeah, she's from England.
Yeah.
Pretty-
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
British,
and then
right?
she
it's
has
really
like
funny. I never know
really
what the fuck
curly
they're
red
saying.
hair, right?
Yeah.
She has red hair.
She's a redhead.
Ooh,
I know.
Like you, Danny.
I love her.
I could have looks like you.
She
but
looks like
think-
Danny.
No, my dad's genes came in and said we're getting brunettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they're cool. They both have
There you
accents
go,
and they're
that-
weird. And
that
they don't-
ginger.
People have been calling me Ginger a lot lately.
really?
I love it.
It doesn't usually happen, but the last 2 weeks, many people have called me Ginger,
Yeah.
and they just think it's okay to do that.
There's
People
not
are
many
so rude.
gingers.
No, people are so rude to my mom. People will come up to her in public and they'll just like say shit to her, and I'm like, this is a person. It's
Yeah.
weird.
What do they say to your mom?
They'll just like call her like, you're the ginger cunt, and she's like,
People say that
"What?"
to your mom?
Yes,
That's
like she's like,
insane.
what
That's
the fuck?
ginger part is not the worst part of that.
I know,
People
but people
really
are
hate
so
redheads,
triggered by
it's
red hair. It's
weird.
really
People
weird.
have feel full license to discuss
Yeah.
and touch and
I bet you there's a podcast
remark
just
on
hating
red
on
hair.
gingers.
Yeah, there
you
should
think
be,
that
like, a
there's
support
podcasts
one.
hating on gingers, like
Yeah.
an anti-ginger
Yeah,
podcast?
we should have a debate with them, a debate podcast.
Ginger debates.
I'd like to
ginger
bring them
debates.
on.
I feel like there's not a whole lot of ginger stand-up comedians. Or can I say ginger? My sister's redheaded.
Now
you're
it's
considered
getting weird.
ginger.
I don't like the way you're using that as credibility. Yeah,
There's not
I
a lot
don't
of
know.
redhead
You
comedians.
can say whatever you want.
There's not a lot of redhead comedians, and I love that.
There's like a couple. Carrot
Yeah.
Top, he's kind of famous
Heard
for
of
it.
him.
Carrot
Yeah.
Top and
Shout out Andrew Santino
Andrew Santino, yeah.
and Ron Howard, who's not a stand-up comic,
Yeah,
but
he is a
also has
redhead.
red
Ron
hair.
Howard.
And
Yeah.
my mom has written some jokes for me.
Your
Yeah.
mom's written
Yeah.
some jokes.
Yep.
Your parents pitch you jokes.
Oh, I need to show you the emails.
That's so
I swear to
funny.
God. I mean, I've like done this joke on stage, but like my dad, the day after I did my first show, sent me an email, and the subject line was from one comedian to another, and it was just jokes.
And you read it. You read it in
Oh,
your
I
set.
like read it on stage
Oh,
because
that's
it's
so
so
funny.
Yeah.
fucking funny. And honestly, some of the jokes were good, but we won't tell him that. And like he'll just randomly like text me or email me things. And then my mom one time sends me an email, and she was like, "I don't want your dad to have all the fun," and then just sends me more jokes. And I'm like,
This is
it's golden.
hilarious.
They're
Yeah.
actually my
It's like a
parents are
split writer's room. in
yeah.
that
Yeah.
room.
Well, they're very funny, and I'm like, my dad keeps like joking where he's like, "Oh, yeah, when I retire, I'm gonna try stand up." I'm like, "You should. Like, your jokes. I mean, they're good. Like he's like, yeah, okay, and I'm like, just do it. I think they would kill.
But they are funny.
They're very funny. Yeah, my whole family is funnier than I am. I'm just the only one that gets on stage. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Audrey, do your parents write jokes for you?
No.
Or pitch you jokes?
No.
Really?
I feel like some of my uncles do, or my friend's dad does, and it is wild, and they're very
Are they
inappropriate. No, it's literally like, let's talk about those dirty hippie Democrats. I was like, I am a Democrat.
Oh, and you're like, I don't like this joke.
I was like, I am a Democrat. he's very like, I don't know, but my dad he's kind of a silent killer. Like he's really calm, really smart, and very like, he'll talk to you and then he'll say something hilarious under his breath, and then that's all you get from him. But he kills. But he's like a silent killer.
Kind of picks his spots.
My mom is wild, but I don't think she can gather it to write a joke because she's always like, wow. She's like me. I need to have my mom on it as a guest because she is wild. It would be so fun.
That would be a great guest.
If we bring our parents on, all of us.
Wait,
Oh, that'd be fun.
What are your parents like?
My parents are both
Redheads.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay, recessive genes.
My dad had red hair.
Oh, okay.
My dad had red hair, and my mom has blonde hair.
Oh.
She's blonde.
A blonde.
Blondes have more fun.
Blondes have more fun.
Blondes have more fun. My dad had red hair. They're both very funny. My mom's like legit like a comedian. Like she is hilarious.
Oh, I love that.
And my dad thinks he's funny in the way that every guy thinks he's funny.
Okay.
But he is like, but when he tries to be funny, he's not at all. Like he'll pitch me jokes, and he's like, you should do a bit on stage about how you're not Prince Harry, but then like you keep slipping into a British accent because you are Prince Harry.
Wait, that's actually so funny, Danny.
I literally love it.
That's
no,
actually
it is not.
That is
I think
actually.
it's great.
Do you not think that's funny?
Jake, don't laugh
I
at
think
that.
it's
That's not
so
funny
And
at
you're
all.
like, I'm not Prince Harry.
Yeah, like
That
that.
is
Like
actually
I'm pretending
so-
not to, but I actually am.
Are
He's
you
like-
kidding me?
He's like, then you can answer a phone call and be like, hey, Megan, I mean, babe.
It's so
Wait,
good.
that is.
And I'm like, I don't see
so
the
good.
punchline.
Wait, I'm sorry. That is
How do you
actually.
guys like this?
Danny, if
I think
you
it's
got to
funny.
do
It's
that,
topical,
This
it's
isn't a good
funny.
joke.
you got to do that. We're all on a show together. Where is that?
It's the 16th.
Plug it.
I'm acting like I have it written down. I'm writing it down
It's
now.
called
I'll
Prince
write
Harry.
down the.
It's at the Pasadena Comedy on 9/16. The show is at 8 p.m.
16.
Veronica, Audrey, and myself are all performing on a show at the Pasadena Comedy on 9/16.
I've never been there. I have no idea what it is.
I know. Is it cool?
It's cool. It's really fun. Jake did a show there. I did a show with Jake last weekend.
Jake's the one you guys just met.
Last
He's behind
weekend?
the camera.
Jake had a great
Hi.
set. The Pasadena Comedy is very fun.
Okay, cool.
Okay. 9/16 Pasadena Comedy.
I'll be doing my Prince Harry material.
No, you're gonna do
Yeah.
the Prince. I honestly, Danny, like you have
you
to
don't.
do it.
You don't really think that's. You've seen
Yes,
a lot
I-
of stand-up comedy, and you can't believe that
No,
that
I
would work.
literally
I think
seen.
it'd be
I'm sorry, I've seen so much stand-up so much stand-up comedy that I literally, if I sat in the audience and you did that, I would cackle.
And there was a guy who pretended to lightly be Prince Harry.
I would just be like, this is unhinged, but so funny.
Wait,
if you do it right, you have to do it
It's not
right.
lightly.
Yeah.
That's like.
My dad tells me this every time I talk to him on the phone. He's like, "Have you done the Prince Harry
Just
bit
do
yet?"
it for your dad.
like,
Wait,
no, man.
that's like
Stop calling
Robin.
me.
That's like Robin
dad.
Williams was like crazy. Like if you like, and he like if
Oh
you
wait,
literally.
that's a great idea. I'll just do what Robin Williams did. Oh my
Yes.
god!
Have you ever heard?
I'll
thought
do
of
the
that?
redheaded version of what Robin Williams
Redheaded Robin
did.
Williams.
Wait,
People
if
will
you
love it.
literally
Ginger
acted
Williams.
like like Prince Harry was like possessing your voice and like you're like you couldn't help but be him like for 5 minutes, I would lose.
If I acted
my
like
fucking
a
shit.
poltergeist Prince Harry is what you're
Yes.
pitching.
Redheaded poltergeist.
Poltergeist Prince Harry.
Nothing. There's
Harry.
nothing funny about that.
I
He is
Wait.
funny, but when he tries to be funny,
Also,
he's
write in the comments if you think that's funny. I'm gonna be so sad if we have no comments because I've said so many times. Write in the comments.
not. In the comments.
Also, write in the comments your
Dad's Prince
ADHD
Harry
of the
bit.
week. It's your ADHD of the week in the comments. Is Prince Harry funny? And then what was the other one?
Is Prince Harry funny? Is the Prince Harry bit funny?
think it
Please write in. Write letters. Write letters
And-
to Jam and Dan. Flood the mailbox.
Oh, and do you think Veronica has ADHD?
Oh yeah.
People are gonna say no. I think.
I think people are
I
gonna
think
you're
they're gonna
mild
say no.
mannered.
They might
Yeah.
suggest some other things.
Like what?
I don't know. I don't like to say those.
To put words in the mouth. Can I tell a story that my mom said, or something funny my mom said?
Yeah.
Please.
This is like legit funny thing that I think.
Can
is
you do it when you're? Can you tell the story as
Yeah,
like with
Prince
you
Harry.
trying to accidentally turn into Prince Harry?
it? Yeah.
Please, please do it for your dad. For your dad. Please.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah.
So we went on a family vacation like 2 years ago,
Uh huh.
and and my mom went inside to use the bathroom, and we were all sitting outside, and then she came back out, and she was like, "Guys, I accidentally did the most embarrassing thing, didn't
He
I?
does not have that kind of accent, though. He's like a refined prince.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do the refined prince
Yeah, you
accent.
sound like a
Shout out House of Windsor. I'm not one of you. But she goes inside and she's like, I just did the most embarrassing thing. I can't believe I did it. And we're like, Mom, what'd you do? And she goes, I was waiting in line for the bathroom and I reached behind me and I accidentally groped this man. And she said, in his privates. Her words.
oh my God, in his private.
In his privates. And we're like, Mom, what? And she's like, yeah, I'm just so embarrassed. And my sister goes, Mom, which guy was it? And my mom like nods to the guy who it was. And my sister goes, Mom, you can do so much better. He's like a 6.
Oh my God.
And my mom goes, no, he was at least an 8.
Oh my God, stop!
Which is like a scripted punchline.
Wait, are you
No,
gonna
but
tell
it's
that at
good.
the
How
Pasadena
long was she down
comedy?
there for?
No, that's just a story that I like telling about my mom. How long was she down there
Yeah,
for?
like, how long was this grope
funny.
for?
I think
she
he
was getting
finished.
a measurement.
That's like a
Yeah.
good bit, and it's funny. That's a
It
good
was like
story.
a great punchline. Like it was so
That's really
funny.
good.
Wait, she's the one who said that. That's
So she's more witty humor. My dad's more highbrow concept. I
Highbrow.
guess.
no, it was a
British, yeah.
8.
Yeah, she's like, he was more of an 8.
That's funny.
That's really
And she
funny.
like delivered it too. It was great.
That's fucking
Stick the
funny.
landing.
It was really great.
Let's have her on.
She would love that.
Okay.
She's not the redhead. I was
We'll
gonna
do it
say.
for-
My
we'll
mom
have a
would do it
parents'
too for
weekend
the
for-
redhead.
I
What'd you
think
say?
everybody we brought on, we have to also bring on their parents because I
Yeah.
want to meet Sydney's
Well, you
parents.
kind of learn. I
I
liked
know.
what Mordecai.
Mordecai?
What was the gentleman's name who came on?
Oh,
Sputnik.
Sputnik.
Forgive me.
Mordecai.
It's another. I don't
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
anyone's name.
ADHD. Oh no, same.
remember.
I'll like take a name and twist it completely.
Lovely man. I could have talked to him forever. But he said something about his parents or his mom
cool.
intervening in the school system.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any stories about that?
Oh my God, I do. Okay, this is
'Cause
another thing.
I think
going
that's
back
a big
to this.
thing
I
for
think
people
that's
with ADHD, where parents
yeah.
kind of have to protect sometimes from
Interfere.
When I was, like,
teachers.
younger-
some kind of system.
Yeah.
No, when I was younger, I was like, I am probably not seeming like it, but intelligent. So when I was in school, like I was really
I think you
bored.
come across as
Thank you.
intelligent.
But I was like so bored all the time, and it would like manifest in like me just doing all these like weird things. And then my parents would be like, okay, we need to like give her like more work or something. You know what I mean? Like I was just like so bored. And we had to take these music classes in elementary school, and I cannot sing to save my life. So I just would be sitting in these music classes, and I was like, I'm not gonna sing. I can't sing. This is a waste of time. I hate this. So like I would just sit and I would stare out the window while everyone else is like singing songs and like playing the recorder.
Your
And
teacher had to be wildly
Apparently the
confused.
teacher called my parents and was like, we think something's wrong with Veronica. Like we don't know what it is. Like we think she has like who knows what sort of like mental disorder. And my parents literally like reamed her, and they were just like, sorry that she's just bored by your stupid class. Like she's too good for this. So then instead of going to music class, I think I took like an extra math class or something, and then that was fine. I was just like, I just don't want to be here.
That is so funny.
I know,
I've
but
never
like,
met a kid who would rather take another math class.
Or
than
someone
sing
so
choir.
or a
boring, and I
comedian
can't-
who would rather take
I
another
know.
Yeah,
math
that's
class.
so wild.
but I would remember so distinctly too being in that class and being like, you guys are losers. This is stupid. And everyone was like singing, and I just was like, this isn't for me. I need to go study the stock market. And then it was fine. So
yeah, I don't think
so
that's
interesting.
ADHD.
Is that
That's
how
wild.
your brain works? You like numbers and math and sciences?
I'm like, I don't know, good about. I have an econ degree, but I don't really use it anymore.
Yeah, no.
And I'm like a writer,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I like both.
You're like, I gotta study that.
Did your parents intervene with the public school system, Audrey? Or you went to a Catholic school?
Never the public school system, because the public school system handled it so well. I
Oh,
actually
really?
had a teacher who, I had my own IEP and got extra time,
that mean?
individual education plan.
'Kay.
So I was on like I was sitting in classes with other students, but I got more time on my tests, and like I was on a different what is it? I guess I had a different. They handled it differently. I don't know how to say it, but I learned differently than the rest of my class, even though I sat in
sure.
there with them. They would like recap with me. People would write me notes or whatever. It was a whole thing. But I also had a teacher that would let me get up anytime I felt like I needed to stand up during class. It was like my social studies teacher. He was so cool. And like junior year, I was like, I like loved high school. It was so fun. Junior year, I felt like for some reason I was like getting more and more antsier in his class. It was like kind of towards the last period, and I was like, it was so hard for me to sit still. And he was like, do you want to go do some laps? And I was like, yeah. And then like this other kid in the class who also had a hard time sitting still, we were like lap buddies. He was like, all right, like take Jeremy and go on the lap. We would go take laps around the school and just like fuck around and like go into like our friends who were on like the newspaper class. And they'd be like, you guys on your laps? We'd be like, yeah.
That's cool.
But it was like fun like that. And it was just like, it was, I don't know. But like private school, yeah. I already think I told my parents had to intervene quite a bit because they just kept telling me I was.
Didn't they say you wouldn't go to college?
Yeah,
and
yes.
things?
It was in the meeting, and they were like, Mark, your daughter's never, like, think of an alternative because she's not going to college. And then he blew up on them. He was like, just because she's more creative than the entire, like, school system. And we had some really, like, my classmates and stuff, we had some really great people come out of St. Luke. So I never blame my classmates. They're the best. It's just the system. I blame the teachers, and I blame that school.
It's cool that both of your parents were so defensive isn't the right word, but
Yeah.
protective.
What about yours?
of
Were you
yourself?
protective?
Yeah, but I also like I think more so you and maybe you a little bit. I was like a big time handful, and I can imagine why the public school system was like, you should not be here. We hate you.
Is it, are
Do
you
you-
Prince Harry? You shouldn't be here.
Prince Harry.
Prince Harry, you should not be
You
here.
should be somewhere else.
Prince
You
Harry,
need to be here.
get
What are you
to
doing across the
Windsor.
pond, Prince
Yeah.
Harry? Why aren't you wearing church clothes? No, I had like some teachers really supportive, like your lap teacher,
Yeah.
that would let me kind of like learn at my own style. But then other teachers were like, "We hate you, and having you in my class is a nightmare." And Mordecai said the problem child thing.
Mordecai.
Sputnik said being labeled a problem child. That was something that happened to me a lot very early on.
Yeah.
And then the public school system said I had ADHD and said I should go to a different school. And then they took me to Mayo Clinic.
Oh wow.
And they said I should go to a special school for
Mayo
people
Clinic
who can't
told you
learn
that?
who can't
You
learn
can't
very
learn good.
the people
But you
can't
went to
learn
Carmel
good.
High School,
Yeah, I went to public school,
which
and
is
then-
also
But the
I'm just kidding, I'm
point of
just
the
shitting
story
on
was
Carmel.
my mom, like your mom, was like, "Oh, they're not right,"
Yeah.
which is so cool to be like,
like, what-
these doctors
Yeah,
don't know
fuck
what
you.
they're talking
no.
about.
It's like, where do you
And
get
it was
off
like
at
yeah,
telling kids that?
no, but I get it.
I get it,
But
it's
I
like,
appreciate my mom's intuition,
Mhm.
and
yeah.
I don't know. It's just cool that like talking to like nationally renowned doctors, she'd be like, "Oh, well, you guys are wrong.
Yeah.
I'm right."
I love your mom.
Well, because
Yeah.
they
I
don't
even know
see
her and I
you.
love
It's like the
Yeah.
best thing anyone's ever done for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
I feel like our parents always have our best interest. I mean,
Mhm.
look at us. We were just creative. I hate when people think really creative people are like troubled.
Yeah.
Stop, so you're just not giving us the right things. We don't want your textbook. We want Play-Doh.
We don't want your textbook.
And that's going to be the
We don't want your
slogan.
textbook.
We want your Play-Doh. What time are we at? Oh, I think we're good. Right?
Sure.
They're like a
Should we,
Do
should
you
we
wanna-
end?
Is there
Rev-
time you want to stop it?
I think,
Can we end on Veronica?
yeah,
Yeah,
let's
we
end
do.
on Veronica. I love
We
that
pretend
ref.
to be
This is
Prince
why we
Harry.
have the ref.
And then I'll take us out.
Okay, everyone do a Prince Harry impression.
Okay.
Why
Yeah.
don't you tell us a little bit more about you and where you're at now and where that stuff has led you to?
Oh, yeah.
Like in life?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because we kind of talked about the beginning of things. Do
Uh-huh.
you want to talk about how it's led you to where you're at now?
Are you talking like career, or like
Sure.
personal? Like
Yeah, where you feel like you're at with comedy and writing and what your goals are.
what are my goals? I don't know. No, I do.
Is that, do you like that, Audrey?
I love that.
No, I feel like things are going well,
That's
and
why
it's,
I have you here, ref.
Yeah.
I haven't blown the whistle once.
That's why I pay you the
Just
big
do it.
bucks.
I'll do it at the
AKA
end.
I don't
Do it right
pay him at all.
I'll do it after your. I'll do Prince Harry impressions at the end.
Oh yeah. We'll all do our favorite Prince Harry impression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
No, things are going really well, and I've just been like doing a lot of stand up and trying to get repped for writing, so I can that's my goal.
You hear
when I write
that?
for TV? Yeah, listening. No, it's fine. So yeah, and I do that. I also
Rep her.
do
Rep
work professionally,
her.
so I have a writing job, 9 to 5 thing, which is chill. Yeah, that's pretty much all that's been going on, and I don't know. I feel like things are going well. I feel like I'm getting a lot of like traction online, which is cool, and a lot of sponsored posts, which is
I've
You
seen
know,
your ad posts.
Yeah,
are great.
you.
she's a micro influencer.
it was always my like joke of a dream to like I want to be an influencer, and now I'm like, oh fuck, I'm like getting paid to be like, buy this rug.
And the
It's-
rugs are sick.
The rug was really
looks
nice.
fantastic. I want
Um,
them to hit me up. I want a rug in my
I gave
house.
him your name. I was, but no,
They
so
saw my
that's
profile
been
and they said-
It's like
super
when you
cool.
start saying dope, ironically, and then you just start saying dope.
That was me with Hella. I was like, and now I say it, but it's been
Yeah.
really cool to just be like getting, like I've had people come to shows from like TikTok, which has been awesome, and
Oh,
they'll be
that's
like,
so
I came
cool.
to see you, and I'm like, you what? Like that's crazy. So that's been awesome, and I feel like things are going in a good direction, and I'm excited about it. And
Do you think the ADHD
chilling.
stuff we talked about helps you with the stuff you're doing now, or do you find it frustrating?
I feel like it helps with storytelling because I feel like my brain will kind of go to a bunch of different things. I'm like, oh yeah, and then that happened, and then that, and that, and that. I think that's kind of funny. Or it's like a different way to, I guess, like think about things. But when it comes to the productive procrastination, like I will very much put off something I need to do
Yeah.
to like vacuum the ceiling, and then I'm like, fuck. But the ceiling looks so good. But no, I feel like things are going well, and I'm just like, I feel like I have healthier relationship with stand up than I did when I first started, where I'm just like, okay, I'm also going to like live life. Like I used to just be like, I have to be at a show or open mic every 5 seconds of the day. And now I'm like, okay, you can also have experiences. And that's been a nice balance that I think I've finally kind of hit. And I just got a cat. So, you know, being a mother is so hard.
She loves cat
I
water.
love my
Jake, don't
family.
you touch that fucking cat, bro.
I
Yeah,
do need a
Jake!
cat sitter. I need a cat sitter in a few weeks. But no, things are going really well. So
That's great.
Yeah.
Audrey, you have anything?
Honestly, no, I just love that you were a guest. And I love
for having
you.
me.
and
Veronica, I
I'm
think you're
glad you
super
were-
cool.
thanks, man.
Isn't she the best?
I think Veronica.
What if you guys were like, I can't stand you, and we're gonna delete
please
this whole
leave.
episode?
This episode
Sputnik,
never
get back in
happened.
here.
Get the fuck out.
Sput- we just like put Sputnik's face over Veronica. We never did a shake break. I realized.
We have him do like ADR for like everything she said. Is that what ADR is?
What do you think
I
it-
wanted
is
to say
that-
I don't know.
that.
I think
I wanted
ADR
to
is
pre-
I wanted to
audio.
pretend like I knew what it was.
You had
Recording.
Prince Harry authority energy.
ADR.
All right, let's do the Prince Harry thing. You go first.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll blow you in. Ready?
but tell me. We'll say what the words on here. John.
What?
Bro, what was
I was literally just trying. Jump, dream, music.
Can I give you a different sentence?
Yeah.
Because this is haunting.
Okay, what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna sleep.
Say, please leave me and the Duchess alone.
Please leave me and the Duchess alone.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, Veronica, I'm
Call
gonna
me
blow you in.
Harry.
You ready?
Yeah. I was gonna say like mummy, but then from watching The Crown, they
No, you
don't
have to say-
call them.
They don't
right?
say mommy.
They don't. They just
Said
call them like
Pretend monkey bird.
pretends monkey bed, mummy. My wife and I are leaving The Crown because you're
We're
a
leaving the
bitch."
television show
Yeah.
The Crown.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
That was good.
That was really great.
All
But
right.
wait, now I'm fucked up because remember in the show they didn't call their parents mom and dad. They called them like
Mr. Queen.
No, what did they call
I mean,
them?
I would call them that. They were so Mr. Queen. I mean,
I think they call them
honestly,
Your Highness. Like even
Mr.
if it's your mom.
well, they
What?
were
Yeah.
scary. I would not call them mom and dad either. They were
They scary.
Scary as hell.
I'd be so bored. Imagine having ADHD and being part of the royal family.
I
Oh,
mean,
I would be
so
on so
stubborn.
much Adderall.
Ugh.
I'd be like, just to sit at one of
Leave
those
me
dinners.
alone. I have to
Yeah.
stand now.
Right.
Okay, Danny, your turn.
Your turn, Danny, and then we end it.
Danny,
Leave me and the Duchess alone.
leave me.
That's
And-
pretty good.
And that's what you're gonna hear him do on 9/16.
Wait, now you have to say pretend monkey bird.
Pretend monkey bed.
Yeah.
Am I
Leave
nailing
me
this?
and the Duchess alone.
Leave me and the Duchess alone.
Leave me and the
was
Duchess
good.
alone. That was good.
That
We're
was
all
really
pretty good
good.
at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's more like Cockney.
Do
All
you-
right, you guys. What?
Do you get told you look like anyone?
Are you gonna tell me I look like
I don't have any thoughts in mind.
Punky Brewster when she was a kid?
I don't know who that is.
Do you think I look like
Do I know who that is? Just tell me who people think you look like, and then you can throw it out.
oh my, they think I look like the little boy from Pen 15.
I do.
Sam.
He looks like he could be your brother.
We look like the same. Literally, people thought it was me. I posted on my thing as a joke, and I was like, "Just got into Hulu." And I'm getting like, "Congrats, so amazing!" I was like, "It's not fucking me. I'm not playing a 14-year-old little boy." Anyways, this has been No Pill Friday with Audrey Stewart. We got Veronica, Danny. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Shout out
you.
to Jam in the Van. Shout out to Suja, Sierra Nevada, yourselves, and we love you. Ah!
It feels good to be me. Every time I breathe, everywhere I go, and I always know that I'm always me. Feels good to be free.